In this video, we will be your guide through the latest updates and exciting new features that have been announced in Kotlin Conference 2.0. We will not only explore what's fresh out of the oven in Kotlin 2.0, but also peek ahead at what the Kotlin team has planned for the future. So here's a list of things that you should be expecting from this video. Number 1. The power of Kotlin K2 compiler. We'll break down what this new compiler brings to the table and how it will impact your development process. Number 2. Smart casting. With the help of 4 examples, I'm going to demonstrate how beautifully the Kotlin team has handled smart casting in Kotlin 2.0. Number 3. A glimpse into the future. In the third example, I'm going to show to you how Kotlin actually would simplify how you write when statement in your code. Does K2 make my life easy by faster Gradle build? Yes. Yes, my friend. Let me highlight some benefits that K2 compiler brings onto the table. Number 1. Faster compilation time. K2 significantly speeds up compilation with benchmarks showing up to 94% improvement into some cases. This means less wait time and more coding time for you. Number 2. Smoother development experience. The K2 compiler improves the performance of your Android Studio or IntelliJ. Features like auto-completion, code analysis, and refactoring become more responsive, leading to a more seamless development. So my friend, your days for Android Studio auto-completion being slow would be gone. Let's dive into a tutorial wherein we shall explore this. So here I am on the official update for the Kotlin 2.0, that is kotlinlang.org. Well, over here we will be having all the latest updates that was being introduced as part of Kotlin 2.0. Now I've curated a list of 4 examples which are going to highlight what would be the benefits that you will be achieving on upgrading to Kotlin 2.0. Example number 1. Now, all these examples are taken raw from the website, and you'll see the same example also on this particular Kotlin 2.0 website. That's my kotlinlang.org, and I'll be using the Kotlin playground in order to run my app. So over here, what you notice is one example for smart casting. Look over here. Inside the main function, we have created an object for the class cat. And over here, there's a function which says the cat sound. Now, what we are going to try and do is in pet animal, that is this function, we have denoted my animal object to be any. So at this particular line, we are trying to do a smart cast in order to have the cat class, and then we are going to call the function. If I try to run the code, you'll notice that at 2.0 it works perfectly okay. However, the moment I switch to 1.9.20 or even more than that, it shows me unresolved error. Well, what's exactly the development that has happened? The smart cast is kind of smart enough in order to understand that if there is a cast already been done, then it can also use the functions. Well, that's kind of an improvement wherein you have absolutely no idea of what type of object your function could be expecting. Second in my case is again kind of an example of smart cast, but in this case with a native data type. That's long. Let's imagine I'll put over here a function which takes a list input, and in fact, let me just rename this to get list input, and it will take list which will be belonging to mutable list of long. Now within the list, what I'll try and do is my index 0, I'll try to take that index 0, and in fact I can try having plus equal to 1. Then I'll print list after change, and I'll print my entire mutable list. So what I'll try and do is over here have the list of numbers being created, and that would be a mutable list of long. Now in the list of numbers, I'll add, let's say 45 and 92. Now I'll call this get list input and pass this list of numbers. Then click on run. Now what do you notice is this number 45 was basically incremented by 1 and then printed. Wait, now what I'll try and do is switch this to 1.9.24, or in fact even earlier. Did you see? No set method providing array access. Well, over here what it basically means, I can not only define the data type and do set operations on that particular data type in 2.0, also I don't have to actually bother about the data type. For example, this being a long, I just did 1. Now let me try doing 1L and try to run the code. Now it works perfectly on the older version, but in the newer version I can try having that privilege of not remembering the data type and still making my app to work without any hassles. That's kind of a performance improvement on not only the compiler end but also on the development end. This seems to be very small. Trust me, Kotlin 2.0 cumulatively has developed so many changes that can adhere to this data types, leaving you to not remember all of them while you're trying to do the app development. In my third example, what I have done is taken a simple example of a sealed class. Well, there is a shape which can be either a circle which has radius, square which has got length, and a rectangle which has got length and a breadth. Well, in that case, in my main function, I'm just trying to pass the float values. Let's say 4.5 in case of a circle, that being the radius. If I run the app, you'll notice that I'll get the area for circle, square and rectangle. That's very easy code. That's because I just have a when evaluation which basically determines what kind of a shape it will be and then performs the area calculation. All simple. Now in future, what Kotlin intends to do is having a condition over here, something like this, and only then my when condition or my when statement will run. So basically it kind of will allow me to have a filtering not just at the when level but inside also. When I want to keep a check if only the radius is 3.0 or greater than that, then I should be printing this area. This kind of would reduce the development work as I otherwise would have done this inside the when block. The last advancement, now I have taken it from this Medium blog. Well, the blog clearly says that when it comes to Kotlin, They have also optimized in 2.2 your composables. Kotlin has introduced this data argument class. Many times you would run behind your product managers to give you designs. So your UX designer would obviously have buttons, columns, and each and every component in the app to be designed. And if you create a button which is blue color, it always stays blue color throughout the app. Most of the cases, yes, blue color only on the app. If you want to disable, do alterations, that's a different story. So basically, I'm talking about theming. So look over here. Here's my lazy column. Over here, I know the composable for lazy column has got these many attributes. It has got a modifier, content padding, vertical arrangement, etc. But do you think, or in fact, do you in your daily life keep on dumping the same values all over again and again onto your lazy column? Well, starting 2.0, you will have this data argument as one particular class, and look over here. Content padding has been initialized. The reverse layout has been initialized. So on and so forth. You can try using this data class, that is this data argument class, and then in the lazy column, just mention the data argument class which you want to use. All the properties that you have set over here shall get adhered on the lazy column, and then you don't have to bother adding it over and over again. Hence, this would simplify a lot of things when it comes to creating common composables. Isn't that blissful? Conclusion. Well, that's a wrap on Kotlin 2.0. We hope this video equipped you with a solid understanding of the recent advancements and exciting new features that Kotlin 2.0 brings. Now, it's your turn to put your newfound knowledge to the test. Start exploring Kotlin 2.0 features in your own project and experience the benefits firsthand. Don't forget to join the Kotlin community, forums, and discussions to share your experiences, ask questions, and stay updated on the latest developments. If you want to learn all of them, then consider subscribing to our Programming Hub app, which offers a lot of courses for developers. We ensure that our app can help in gaining knowledge from even a beginner to experienced ones. I will add the link to the app in the description box below. Happy coding!